Hi everyone, my name is Ben Dota. You may have heard of my Witch Doctor build. Came out about a month ago. I've had really good success with the build and a lot of traction on my YouTube and on the subreddit Learn Dota 2 and the main Dota 2 subreddit. Kind of wanted to give you guys an update on the build. I've played it a lot more since. There's a few things that I've changed. So I wanted to give you kind of an update on what I was doing, how the build has changed just slightly, and kind of show you my stats behind it and show you it's not just a fluke and it's still just dominating pubs. So as of this patch, as you can see here, I got my shiny new Immortal back, finally. It's been a few years, but I hit 5630 MMR last night. I am up 1,050 MMR this patch, so just in a little under 2 months. Mostly playing Witch Doctor. So if you haven't seen my part 1 video, I really recommend watching that first. I'll put it down in the description below. I got as of right now about 3,200 views on it. 99% of you guys are not subbed to watch that video, so I really appreciate any kind of YouTube sub you could show me, or just a like or anything. From this video, I will be selecting one person to get a free coaching session, either a live replay we'll go over at the same time while you play, or a replay that you have selected that you want me to go over. So in order to win that free coaching, please be subscribed. Like this video and comment below that you'd like the coaching, and then I'll select someone 1 week after this video is published for the free coaching. So let's go over first of all the stats. So the first when part 1 came out, I had 28 games played, and I had a let's see here, I had a 74% win rate with it. Since then, and we can take a look here, I'll show you guys. This is my hero list I've played. I'll put this in description as well. My Dota buff is public now. I have played 66 matches now with Witch Doctor, and I am sitting at basically a 70% win rate. So this build is not a fluke. Is a real deal. It is the best way to play Witch Doctor, hands down. Witch Doctor right now in the Divine Immortal bracket has only a 48% win rate. So doing below average, but I've seemed to have pulled out a huge ranked win rate of 70%, which is how I'm gaining MMR and climbing even in Immortal bracket, which is the top 99.99% of players. So if this can work for me, it can 1,000% work for you guys. So that's my stats for the current patch. So I'm going to continue to show you what differs right now in the build. So I also have, and I think this is probably the best way for you guys to learn. I took a lot of feedback last time I made the video where people weren't sure what order to build or having trouble with the item progression and all this stuff. And I was asked to make an in-game guide. So, I have an in-game guide. I'll show you the name of it here so you guys can find it. We got a few subscribers already, so we're up to 13 subscribers. But if you subscribe to this guide, it'll show you what to level up, what items to buy, what talents to take, stuff like that. So it makes it just a lot easier. You don't have to think about the build while you're also trying to play the game. So go ahead and find this. Let me know what you think. If there's any changes you want to it, let me know. But I'm taking all of these talents and leveling the skills the same every game. Nothing changes on it. So that has remained the same. The thing that has differed is the items. So 2 things have changed. First, I now get a set of tangos instead of the Ring of Regen. This I had a few times where I would trade with a support that had, let's say right now, super popular is Undying, right? So he'll come out with 6 mangoes and just spam a whole bunch of spells on you, where in early, just standard ring or regen would not suffice in getting my HP back up. So I'll start with the Tango instead. We'll get the bounty gold, and I'll fly out my ring of regen from there. Another thing that has changed is, depending on if the lane is being won or not, will change if I buy a null or not. Null is kind of just a nice item to have for the whole game. So with my item slots that I buy, you have 1, 2, maybe 3 slots, right? So I'm able to have a null talisman running the whole game, especially after 25 minutes. Doubles its value, of course, or its bonuses. So really nice just to hang on to that. But if I've lost the lane, I do not buy this anymore. I had a few games where I had trouble getting my item progression from a lost lane, where it delays the Holy Locket. The Holy Locket is the end, or is the mid-game goal, right? You want this as fast as you can if you are losing a game, because you're going to be, the other team will be pressuring you more. You guys are going to be huddled up a little bit more, and you don't want to be sitting on a null talisman, that costs 450 gold or whatever it is, instead of getting, maybe 2 minutes closer to a Holy Locket where you really need it. So that's the second change. So if you're losing lane, just keep the circlet, skip the full null, and go straight for Holy Locket. You can also skip the arcanes. It's part of the Holy Locket, so you can disassemble when you need to, if you don't want to buy another orb, mana orb. So those are the 2 changes. The third will be, I've had games now since watching TI where I am buying Wraith Pact on Witch Doctor. So this is either a 3rd item or 4th item. So my decision behind whether you go for Guardian Greaves or whether you go for Wraith Pact depends on the other team's heroes. So if it's a long, drawn-out damage fight, I'll go for a Wraith Pact. And my thinking, and obviously it's if I don't have a P3 that can easily build a Wraith Pact, like a Visage or a Tide or Enigma or whatever heroes are building it right now. My thought process behind that and what's worked is that if I'm playing a team that has slow damage over time, it's easier to get my heals off and put down the Wraith Pact. The games I've had trouble with buying a Wraith Pact are against burst damage lineups. So let's say like Lion or Lena, for example, you're playing against those. I would suggest you build the Guardian Greaves, right? So where sometimes you're not going to get your Wraith Pact down before these spells get off. So it's kind of a little bit more useless. And then once those spells do go off, let's say your teammate takes a Lena ulti or a Lion finger, you're going to want that burst heal as well. Say they get the finger off without the Wraith Pact down, that damage is 100%, right? And then you don't have any kind of burst heal. You just have the steady heal from your aura and from your W, from your Voodoo Restoration. So I will pick Guardian Greaves and Wraith Pact as my kind of, it's an audible as the game goes on what I buy. So Holy Locket, still 100% first item. Second item, still Agnum Shard. These 2 items are 1000% necessary for the first 2 items. Huge value. These win games right here. These are your luxury items, depending on how the game is going. What is your enemy lineup? What's the flavor of the game? Are people farming? Are people fighting? Those 2 kind of things. So this is the in-game guide. Here's the name if you want to search it. These are the basically 3, what is it? 1, 2, the 3 changes I've made to the item progression of the build. But yeah, this is what I'm doing to gain MMR, and I hope you guys have enjoyed my first video, and I hope you guys try out the second part of the video. It's just some slight changes, but maybe gain some more traction on YouTube with having 66 games played this patch in the Divine Immortal bracket and still coming out with a 70% win rate. So would love it if you guys subbed. Thank you for watching, and I also live stream. That'll be down in the description as well on Twitch. My Twitch is Ben Dota, spelled just like this, B3N Dota. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much. Bye.